Welcome to Uncorked. This is your host, John Lewis. We are doing a second part of our ongoing series called No Lip. I was in Martuni's here in San Francisco, and I discovered a wonderful singer, Dina. Now, you're here from the Bay Area. We like to feature Bay Area artists. So tell me about a little bit about how you got started singing and where you're from specifically, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I am California native, specifically from Sacramento. Started singing a lot of musical theater, things like that. Did shows back there. In particular, there was a show called Best of Broadway that I did a lot, and it got me into the theater scene at a very young age, so around 15.
So you performed a lot of theater in addition to bands? Were you members of bands growing up?
Well, I did Best of Broadway. Then from there, I was asked to join bands afterwards, and around, I don't know, 21, 22, I started being in all kinds of rock bands and R&B bands and soul bands. And
now, I was doing a little bit of research on you, and you actually played at Great America for a period of time. What was that like, performing in front of that type of audience?
It was great. It was great. The shows would sell out every single day, and that was where they put me into bands. I thought I wanted to be in theater, and apparently there were other plans for me, and so they had me in bands at Great America. People used to come all the time, and we just packed houses. It was great.
When I heard you at Martini's, the thing that struck me, that came to mind is you reminded me a little bit about like Bonnie Raitt and that kind of, I wouldn't say raspy, but the ability to belt out and with a voice that sounds better, actually with age, which is a rare quality. And this sort of theme for the show is Steve Perry, so we had you dress up in a black wig and perform a couple of Steve Perry songs. You were also in a skit of ours, so that's why you're wearing the black
Which
wig.
is okay, because when I was younger, my hair was black, so.
Well, I think that you look good either way, so I was thinking, like, maybe you should keep that black. I don't know, it's a little sexy. But that's actually not your forte. I mean, we had you sing Steve Perry because that's part of the show theme, but what are some of your influences?
Etta James, definitely Dinah Washington. As far as rock, though, Ann Wilson from Heart, Pat Benatar, for sure. And I have seen my share of Journey shows and Foreigners.
I think that you should be putting out a CD. Is that something that might be in the works for you?
Yeah, I'm actually working on something right now with Walls Productions, and we've been working with certain mixers and DJs and musicians trying to get together a full CD. It's in the works. It's happening. In the meantime, though, I do have At Last. I have different versions of that song on iTunes and Pandora and Spotify. And
so I'd like to hear that sometime. If we can't sing it today, we have you back on the show.
I'd love to do it.
What's the dream? What would you like to see happen in the next 5 years?
I would love to quit my day job and just gig 5 nights a week, anywhere.
Just pay the bills?
That's
just
right.
Enough
Just
to
pay
the
the bills.
Is that enjoyable? Singing, is that enjoyable to you?
Yeah.
Well, it's enjoyable to me. I don't know about you. Okay, so we're going to sing, which songs for Steve Perry are you going to sing for us?
Lights and Open Arms.
Wonderful.
Are two of my favorites.
Excellent. Well, here you go. First one, Open Arms.
Lying beside you, there in the dark, feeling your heart with mine, and softly you whisper, you're so sincere, how could our love be so blind? We sailed on together, we drifted apart, and here you are by my side. So now I come here I am with open arms, hoping you see what your love means to me. Open arms. Living without you, living alone, this empty house feels so cold. And wanting to hold you, wanting you near, how much I wanted you home. But now that you've come back, turn night into day, I need you to stay. And so now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you see what your love means to me. Open arms. When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there in my city. Oh, 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 oh. So you think you're lonely? Well, my friend, I'm lonely too. I wanna get back to my city by the bay. Oh, 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 oh. Sometimes there's been morning out on the road without you, without your charm. Oh, 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 my, 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 my. Oh, when the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there in my city. Oh, 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 oh. When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there in my city. Oh, oh, oh,
My name's John Lewis, and tonight we're featuring a cellist virtuoso by the name of Alex Kelly. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I first saw you, I don't know if you remember, but there was a variety show called 8 about a year ago, and it was a little mix of theater and comedy and
Hip-hop dance.
hip-hop
That was
dance.
a very fun show.
Very
I do
quirky.
remember. Yeah, it was a fantastic show. Yeah.
Well, I was blown away because a cellist, okay, you know, someone gets up there and plays the cello. But this was no ordinary cello. This was like 7 instruments in one, and you know, a little drum and everything. And I was blown away. Tell us about what you're going to be performing.
So, the first song is called "The Bright River." It was written for a theater production, a play, where the 2 main characters of the play die, and then, of course, you know, cue the cello solo, and it brings out all the tears. And, yeah, like many movies, you've seen that sad moment in the movie. Sure enough, listen, there's a cello.
But you're also going to loop, I hope. You're gonna
Exactly.
loop?
Yes, so I will.
Okay.
So yeah. So I start by recording the chords, and with my left foot I trigger the electronic devices, the looper, and then I add a bass line to it, and then add a melody on top of that.
So I went to your website, and the first thing that struck me is that you have like half a dozen degrees. You have, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 undergraduate, 2 graduate, and 1 doctorate.
That's correct.
Is that a you know, byproduct of being a staying-at-home dad with 2 daughters and
Yes.
studying all the time?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, now with the 2 daughters, I still don't sleep very much. But
Are you from the Bay Area originally? Or-
no, so I'm from Kansas originally, Wichita, Kansas, yeah, and then did undergrad in Philadelphia, and then back to Kansas for a couple years, and then Oregon, University of Oregon.
What attracted you to the Bay Area?
Actually, it was in a circus show. The circus performers, they were all gals and women, and the band was all guys, and hanging out backstage with an aerialist. We were chatting afterwards, and I was trying to get to San Francisco, and she was like, "Where are you from?" I followed her back to San Francisco, and 10 years later, I'm still here. So, yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that your brand of playing lends itself well to the circus.
Yeah.
I think you played in the Karamazov Brothers circus.
Exactly,
and
yep.
Was it the Pickle Family circus?
Pickle Family Circus as well,
That's-
yeah.
I have to ask this. They say that necessity is the mother of invention, and when you're a starving artist, sometimes you can't get other people to play with you. So I'm wondering if that was the inspiration to play the multi-instruments on one.
It was part of it, and often we get asked, "Hey, can you play? Can you play?" And then you're like, "Well, there's no pianist here, so what do I do?" So I had to create something, and
I hope they paid you double for that.
oh, there you go. Always charged.
So let's get back to the CD.
After developing these original looping songs, people kept asking where they could how they can take this home with them. So I finally recorded it. So yeah, 16 songs, including 2 Bach cello suites, which I do very differently than a lot of other cellists do. But,
Now you can also buy it online at CD Baby, is that
CD
correct?
Baby, iTunes, all the usual.
Now I also was reading a little bit about your book called 7 Points, and as far as I could tell, this is a book written for intermediate or advanced cellists about perfecting their pitch and gaining more confidence.
High on the geek spectrum of cellists.
That looks
it's
very geeky, I must say.
It wasn't originally my doctoral dissertation, which was 350 pages, but put on a stand and the whole thing would fall over. So I reduced it to 100 and made it more practical. But,
So basically at the end, I just want to cut to the end chapter which says, this will help make you sound better.
yeah, exactly.
Better pitch.
Exactly.
You know, we laugh at it, but I think there's over 1,000 copies. There's like 2,000 sold
Yeah,
now?
yep, over 2,000 now.
2,000,
Yeah.
and it's not to the Bay Area, it's like worldwide.
Worldwide, yep. Sold a number to Thailand, I'm not sure why.
You know, half
and
the-
high-end technique, too.
very
rather than
much.
just having fun and rocking out.
Well, it's been a pleasure
Yeah.
speaking with you. Now I want you to just shut up so we can listen to your.
Okay.
I just want to listen to your cello work. So,
Wonderful.
without further ado, let's listen to some Alex Kelly.
All right.
Hello and welcome to the Steve Perry Show, the show that's about the most awesome rock singer ever! I'm your host, Stephen Perryman, and this is my co-host, Sherry O'Perry.
Hi, Stephen. Nice to be back. Oh my God, Jill totally sucked.
Don't we know it, right? Let's get right to it. What's the show going to be about today?
Stephen, tonight we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics ever, Steve Perry from the band Journey.
That is so rad. That is one of my favorite topics too.
Steve Perry to the max.
Now, you and me have been to every Steve Perry concert ever. Is that correct?
Well, not every. We missed the 87 Hollywood Bowl because of that stalking thing, remember?
Oh, right. as if Steve Perry's room was actually being used, as if he was going to miss a little old toothbrush,
As if he was gonna miss that hair stuck in his hairbrush.
as if the hotel was needing more dirty pillowcases and sheets.
Stupid cleaning lady, she should have taken a chill pill.
I bet she'd have treated us a little bit differently had she known we were members of the band Journey, as evidenced by this never-before-seen photo cover of the album we did.
Yeah, or if she knew that we were inducted along with Steve Perry and Journey into the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I remember that. Remember when Steve picked us out of the crowd early on in our careers, when we discovered at the Madison Square Garden to sing with him on stage?
Yeah, that was our big break.
Wait, I think I got a photo of that somewhere. Oh, here it is.
We sounded so good together.
Remember that song we wrote for him that turned out to be an enormous hit?
We wrote a song?
Of course we wrote a song. It turned out to be a global phenomenon. Or maybe this will remind you. Stefania, can you sing that song we talked about?
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people.
City lights. Wheel in the sky.
Moving on. We got a special guest in the show today. Sherry, can you please do the introductions?
Oh, our guest today is one of the world's foremost Perryologists. Please welcome, all the way from Deutschland, Dr. Stefan Perrymeister.
Oh, it's so good to be here and finally out of prison.
Don't we know it? Sit down.
So,
Dr. Perrymeister,
yes.
can you please explain to our studio audience what a Perryologist is? What is that?
Certainly, Stephen. A Perryologist is one who studies a rare vocal genius of the world. Steve Perry.
He's a genius.
Can I get a degree in Perryology?
Absolutely. Just enroll at the Stephen Perry University.ly.
Dr. Perrymeister, you are also the founder of the university, is that right? Is that correct?
Yeah, but this is beside the point. We are recognized as the official Steve Perry Online University by the Steve Perry Fan Club in Düsseldorf, which I also founded.
Wait, you're not also the founder of the David Hasselhoff fan club too?
No. But I do have the largest collection of Hasselhoff Speedo pics.
So tell us something about Steve Perry that our large studio audience might find interesting. Some little known fact about Steve Perry.
Did you know that Steve Perry caused the San Francisco Giants to win the 2010 World Series?
Really? How?
By singing, of course. Can we see the clip, please?
Let's look at that clip. Let's look at that clip.
Smell of wine and cheap perfume. That line always gets me.
With a smile you could share the night. So righteous.
The Giants won the series 4-1. They spanked the Texas Rangers. I mean, they bent the Rangers over their laps and spanked them so hard that their bottoms were so tender. Red and tender. Check. She really gives them discipline. This is what she needed.
Right.
Spank.
Right.
Spank.
Well, that's all
Yes,
the time we
yes,
have.
yes.
That's all the time we have for the show. Thank you, Dr. Perry Meister. Stefania, sing that song if you would, please. You know the song. Any song, really. Any song. Sing it.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.